everybody, welcome back. Falcon, Zafehouse Diaries. We're starting a new run. If you guys saw the last episode, you saw how that shit went down. I was done pretty dirty if you ask me, and not like in a dirty sense, but I was just done dirty, like, you know, riding dirty. What does riding dirty really mean? I don't even know. I just heard it in a popular rap song and I figured it to be something cool and hip to say in a video. Either way, we went down last episode. We had a pretty bad run, honestly. I didn't like the group that we had. I think we got dealt a really terrible hand. We had a bunch of people that hated themselves, hated each other, hated every single race in the world, hated every sexuality in the world. They were basically just self-loathing human beings in reality, and if I could say so myself, they kind of got their just desserts in reality, so I'm just throwing it out there, you know. That's what I wanted to say. Either way, we're starting a new run today. Not only are we starting a new run, we are doing actually a no survivors run, which says easy, but I'm not sure if this game really is easy after all, considering a lot of it is just based on, you know, quote-unquote, a dice roll in reality, so clearing my throat there for a second, dude. First recording of the day, kind of have to get the vocal cords going here. In reality, I'm gonna get some coffee here. So we're gonna do doing no easy. You can read it right there. No time limits, no objectives, no escape. Recruit new survivors and last for as long as possible, which is, you know, something I try to do whenever I have sexual intercourse with a woman, and let me tell you, does not last as long as possible. The awkward silence is probably meant because I was actually drinking coffee, so it was in a way to kind of portray this awkward silence, but at the same time kind of hold my tears inside from that joke I just made on myself, which is absolutely true. No, it's not. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Either way, let's start this shit off, man. I feel like we're joking around too much here. It's a serious game, alright? Let's get the serious mode going on. Monday, August 11th. No, that's too serious. The end of the line. Everyone is gone. The town is quiet and it won't stay that way. If we find a flashlight or a beacon, we could signal other survivors without attracting zombies. There's an address scrawled on the wall. Might be a good place to start looking, but we'll need to move fast. So, alrighty, cool. I should really pay attention to this because it's actually, I guess, in a sense, showing you a new quote-unquote goal for this mode that we're doing here. So, we're looking for a flashlight or a beacon so we can try to signal other survivors. Alrighty. Well, that makes sense. Oh, look at who we got here. Actually, you know what? You weren't that bad, if I remember you from the last run. You were kind of the one that was building stuff for us. Rebecca Romaine Ramirez, the Hispanic Stamos, was actually the best one as the first one that we lost, and then we were kind of stuck with him. And he was kind of like the only one still kind of hanging around doing stuff, but, you know, whatever. Alrighty, so we're in a house. Obviously. Indicated by it saying house over here. Oh, and by the way, you guys should be able to see this. I'm actually using my old recording software as opposed to XSplit. And I found out that, you know, you should be able to see this now just by switching the method of recording with my old program, so I feel a little bit better about that. So either way, yeah, you guys should be able to see that. You guys have been able to see it now for a few episodes, but just throwing it out there once again. Alrighty, so we're in a house. The first thing I want to do is, well, we're supposed to be going here, right? This was the address that I was told about. What do you mean requires barricades? I'm not even trying to barricade anything, though, do you? What are you talking to me about? You can go fuck yourself, game, alright? We're not doing any barricading right now. So this right here was the address that was sprawled, apparently. That's where we want to go, which is good because we're not too far from it. Now, before we actually move in, though, let's check out our supplies. I want to make sure I have a handgun, 9mm rounds. Kind of noisy if you ask me. 7 pieces of scrap, an angle grinder, carving knife, frying pan, saucepan, and a stereo, with 5 snacks. Let's find out. Oh, he's a police officer, so he should be pretty good at, you know, being a fighting person. Paul was a police officer, he's 24, straight, has a high school education, and comes from a middle-class background. He is experienced and stable, practical and realistic, and is most useful sniping zombies, building fortifications, preparing a meal, watching for zombies, cleaning up corpses, patrolling outside, creating a distraction, and searching for the location. He claims he isn't racist, he just doesn't like the look of some people. Well, he's a cop, so he apparently gets a free pass at that, right? How's a jab at the LAPD? I'm just kidding, I actually like cops. Is that uncool for me to say? Like, I actually do? I mean, there's a few asshole cops out there, but I think that they get a bad rap. Like, the majority of cops, I think, want to do good, but then you hear about the asshole cops and everybody gets into the whole mentality where everybody's like, you know, fuck the police. Fuck the police, yo. And, like, I think it's a really terrible thing, you know, just a few of them ruin the whole image altogether. But that's just me, you know, whatever. What did I know? Fucking white boy. Either way. We're gonna actually start searching the location before we move out. Luckily, Paul has a pretty good search rating right there. I'm gonna actually move forward and see what happens. Paul found 5 snacks in the kitchen. Paul found 2 snacks in the kitchen. Well, why don't you just tell me you found 7 snacks? Why don't you just kind of condense that? Yeah, just kind of... just wasting valuable page space if you ask me. Paul knows that there is only 1 shower in the house. Paul says half of the rooms have now been searched. Well, that's good. You're only 1 person, Paul. You just need 1 shower. What are you fucking holding orgies over here? Let's actually search again. We're going to continue searching until we basically cover the whole house. We found a crowbar, a flashlight, a hammer, and a screwdriver in the basement. We found a spanner in the basement. Paul says almost all rooms have now been searched. Well, you search again, my friend. Almost is not enough. Paul found a can of gasoline, a chest set, a deck of playing cards, and a snack for the living room. All rooms in the house have now been searched. Alright, so now we're done. So pretty good. We got that out of the way relatively fast. We're going to be jumping over to this guy over here. Now, mind you, I won't be able to carry too much. We'll only have 1 person carrying stuff from one house to another. So that's going to probably be a little bit of a problem. Now, before we actually make the move, check out our supplies here. Alrighty, we could try to kind of, let me see, modify item 3. Not exactly the best, but not the worst either. Kind of like middle of the pack, obviously. I could try to modify something before I move out. Unless we feel secure that the handgun is enough. However, we haven't visited this house yet. Alrighty, how about we... I'm gonna go and actually... Do I have a flashlight? It's gonna be a really good question. So let me try to investigate this area, right? Flashlight, we do have one for sure. So how about we do a flashlight up here? Didn't we need a flashlight to signal other people as well? I'm pretty sure that was the case. I wonder how you signal people. Again, this is the first time I've ever done this type of mode, so it's kind of a learning experience for myself and for, you know, some of you guys. Maybe some of you guys. So I'm going to take a flashlight for this place, and that's all I need to investigate, I would imagine, right? Yeah. So let's forward time here. The house at 4 Blue Road is a small building with around 6 rooms. It has 1 door, 11 windows leading in from the outside. Paul scouted around the perimeter of the house using a flashlight. He counted 0 zombies outside. He peered through the windows but did not see any zombies inside. Paul thinks the place is empty. Paul returned from his recon at the house. Alrighty, so he thinks the place is empty, but you know, I've had a lot of times where people have been like, oh, there's only like 2 zombies in there. You walk in, there's like 23 zombies and I'm fucked. And I don't want that happening. So, possibility of no zombies. Let's just leave it at that. Now, how would I go about... Requires a location capable of producing ingredients? Interesting. Interesting indeed. Hold the fee, search location for anything useful, produce ammunition. Really? Interesting. Has that been there before I just missed it? I mean, it's probably been there. I've noticed it before I just forgot because, you know, I'm an old man and I forget stuff really easily. Alrighty, so how about we... I kind of want to build some items, honestly, like some hand-to-hand combat. But I think I will probably... Fuck. I would hate to lose already, man. I'm going to try to modify some items, honestly. And I'm going to make it so that we can modify something for assault or close combat. Let's go for close combat, I'm going to say. I think that works out. Alrighty, so we're going to forward time here and see what happens. Paul's modifying a handgun. Well, I mean, I would like you to modify, like, you know, close combat weapon as I instructed you to do. Handgun does not really persevere to me as a, you know, close combat weapon, considering you have the option to get some range between you and the target. I'm just throwing it out there. We created a double-barreled handgun. It is now better at close quarters combat. Oh, you don't say. Modifying a flashlight. Paul's trying to scrap some furniture. Trying to. Well, we'll see how that kind of goes. Might as well keep doing it. Paul's trying to scrap some furniture. Turn the bed into scrap. Paul is still getting started on the flashlight. Paul is halfway through modifying the flashlight. Paul created a terrifying flashlight. It is now better at close quarters combat. How this fucking terrifying flashlight is better at close quarters combat is beyond me. But okay, whatever you say. So I feel that was a waste of time because we didn't even make any of the... I was hoping for like an axe of some kind or something, but whatever. Alright, you know what? I don't feel too great about that, but at the very least we do have a double-barreled handgun. And we're going to actually use that to breach this location. And we're going to take that, obviously. We'll take some of the rounds. Might as well take all of them in reality. And food. I'll leave the food behind for now. I don't think it's going to be too imperative to this. I will take the terrifying flashlight because it does apparently strike fear in the hearts of men. Or what used to be men and zombies. And I guess we'll take the hammer for breaching purposes, I suppose. And I think that's going to be it for now. And actually the crowbar as well could actually work out. Okay. So let's actually do this and see about the fastest run of all time in Zafehouse Diaries coming to an end here. Paul approached the house with the intention of breaking in. He had to spend some time trying to find a way in, increasing the risk of confrontation. He headed to a small second-story window leading to the bathroom. When it came to getting inside, the hammer proved very useful. There were no zombies inside the bathroom. The whole location is silent. It doesn't look like there's any zombies outside of the house. Paul found a bottle of spirits while exploring. Paul knows that there is only one shower in the house. Well, at the very least, we get to get shit-faced before we die. So, hey, it kind of works out. Alrighty, well, that worked out relatively good. We might as well start searching the location before we jump over to this area. There's a possible survivor here, too, so, that's actually pretty good. It's a store, huh? It'd be pretty badass if this was like a gun store. Not because, there's gonna be guns there. I mean, that would be really useful, but I could kind of imagine it'd be like Resident Evil 2, where you kind of go into the gun store and there's like that really weird NPC holding the shotgun and she's like, "Stop right there. Oh, I'm sorry." It's just like the weirdest. You guys remember, have you seen, like it's a fucking movie. Well, I guess Resident Evil was a movie, but not really related to the game series itself. I'm going off tangent here. Never mind. Resident Evil 2, fun game. Terrible voice acting. Oh, I'm just throwing it out there. Either way, Zombie is kind of hanging out in the old spot. That's understandable. They will do that at times. What I'm going to do right now is search the location for anything useful, and I'm going to keep my eye on this zombie in case he kind of decides to follow us. And we're going to be doing, for anything useful, my friend. And just forward time to see what happens. Paul found a carving knife and 8 cooking ingredients. Paul found 2 cooking ingredients. Again, we're not condensing things here for some reason. A quarter of the rooms have now been searched. Cool. Zombie seems to have kind of fucked itself off, so that's pretty good. I'll accept that. As we'll continue going forward. Next page. See? If we could have condensed, we could have probably used the old page. I mean, this thing paper doesn't... I was gonna say paper doesn't grow on trees, but I guess it kind of does. Which is a bad thing considering we're ruining our tree population by... whatever. That's where we're going digital, right? Oh shit, we found a crossbow. Paul found a cooking ingredient in the kitchen. Paul found a crossbow, a drill, and a screwdriver. I don't think I've ever had a crossbow, and I feel pretty badass about it now, too. It's getting dark outside, we need to be more vigilant. It is kind of getting dark outside. That worries me, significantly. I'd rather have, like, a few extra pair of eyes for the night. Man, alright, you know what? Let's actually ixnay on this, searching. Let me go over here, and I'm gonna investigate. I'll take some supply, well... yeah, I'm gonna investigate. And I'm gonna take a terrifying flashlight, so whoever's in there, like possible survivor, I'm gonna scare the shit out of them with a terrifying flashlight. Be like, "Hey, stop it right there. I'm cool, relax, I'm just scaring you with this flashlight." They'll be like, "Oh, please don't." And I'll be like, "I know. Join me in my cause, human." I don't know what the hell I drank today, but I feel really out of sorts here. Whatever. I'm gonna take the handgun just in case, and maybe a crowbar. I know we're just investigating this time around, but I want to be on the safer side if we can be, whatever. Let's proceed time. The store at 6 Stratus Road is a tiny building with around 5 rooms. It has 3 doors and 5 windows leading in from the outside. This place should contain a cache of weapons. Paul scouted around the perimeter of the store using a terrifying flashlight. He counted 1 zombie outside. Peering through the window, he saw 2 zombies inside. Well, if there's people in there, how the fuck are there zombies in there? What does that do? Just fucking holding zombies, having like a zombie party? Let me have a bit of coffee here. Ah, that's the good stuff right there. Okay. So, zombies about for sure. I don't feel too good about my chances right now, but... do we assault? I think we do an assault. Just to kind of clear out the zombies that are kind of roaming around, right? So we'll do an assault this time around, and we're going to take the double-barreled handgun. That's what it's there for anyway. Might as well take all these fucking rounds with us. Okay. We will also take the terrifying flashlight to get a better eye on stuff. A crowbar just in case, and I think that's going to be it. I kind of like our chances with this, and maybe the hammer just in case. Alrighty, I know I'm going to be really aggressive, but I want to see what's up. Again, he is a police officer though, so he should be pretty good at combat. Paul saw to the location, he didn't spot any zombies outside. Looking through the window, he saw 2 zombies inside. He tried to shoot at them through the windows, but didn't hit anything inside. There are still zombies inside the store, so Paul retreated back to the house. Paul returned from his assault. Paul found a bandage while exploring. Well, they found something, but it was kind of unfortunate. We didn't do shit. So, it's getting later. We're gonna have to do the same thing again. Come on, man. You're a fucking cop. Stop missing the shots inside of the house, right? They're inside of the house. It should be kind of really easy for you to shoot. It'd be like, shooting fish in a barrel, essentially. So we'll take the hammer. No, hammer. And the crowbar once again, and we're gonna try this out one more time. Come on, my friend. I need to get in there. Paul saw the location. He didn't spot any zombies outside. He couldn't see any zombies through the windows, but he could hear groaning and shuffling. There are still zombies inside the store, so Paul retreated back to the house. This is horseshit if you ask me. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. Determine a breach. I mean, there's no zombies outside at the very least. We just have to worry about what's inside. So we'll take the handgun, take all the bullets that we have here. Just to be on the safe side, we'll take the hammer and the crowbar in case we have to break in, and the terrifying flashlight. And we'll even take this bandage just in case. Alrighty, so, ballsy. I'm aware. Paul approached the store with the intention of breaking in. He had to spend some time trying to find the location and increase. We've been there like 7 times now. You'd imagine he knows a fucking location to get inside. He headed straight through the window at the front door leading to the of everything that he had to go, he went through the front door. I don't know, how do I get into this building? That's basically my train of thought when I go to the bank or a store. How do I enter this giant contraption of a maze? There's a front door right there that opens and slides and closes whenever humans pass by. No, I'm pretty sure there must be another entrance to this location if I could just kind of figure it out. That's basically his train of thought right there. I was just kind of verbalizing it for you. Whatever. There were no zombies inside the first storeroom. It sounds like there are only a handful of zombies wandering out in here. A small mob is gathering outside the store. Well, that's not a small mob at all. It's a pretty huge mob. Well, I might have been the fastest run of all time right now as we die right now. Scary. Paul was still trying to clear out the remaining zombies inside the store. A small mob had to gather around the place. Most of the fighting took place in the first storeroom. Paul shot 2 zombies with a double-barrel handgun. He got them all. Alright. So at the very least, we did clear out the area. Possible survivor, that thing said. Well, I'm not finding anybody here. So we're gonna clean up the corpses first and foremost. Thankfully, Paul is a 5 at that, so that should be done relatively soon. The fuck? Alrighty, Erica Collins, middle-aged cleaner. Another survivor has approached Paul. She has a broken arm. Despite that, she looks fit and strong. Paul doesn't want to partner up with her. I don't want to. Is that one of the people that Paul is not particularly racist? He just doesn't like the cut of her jib. She has 2 cooking ingredients, a small meal, and 3 snacks. But you know what? The broken arm really kind of bothers me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I'm not gonna be a dick, but if I was in a post-apocalyptic situation and somebody approached me and was like, "Hey, can I join you?" and have like a fucking broken arm, I'd be like, "Well, what good are you for, man? Are you like the smartest person in the world? Are you like Doogie Howser? Can you build stuff? Or can you at least tell me how to build stuff?" This is just a middle-aged cleaner. Not that I'm against middle-aged cleaners. That's fine. You could clean. I like, cleanliness, but I'm not too crazy about it, I'll be honest with you, especially with that broken arm. I'll take her for now, just because I feel we need the extra pair of eyes, but I'm not too happy about it. Okay. So, Paul scavenged 4 223 rounds, a 12-gauge shotgun, shell, 3mm rounds, and 2 quarrels while cleaning up corpses. Apologies there, I had a little bit of a burp that I was trying to hold in there. Or I guess not burp into the fucking microphone like some sort of disgusting pig. Now I gotta sneeze too, so oh my lord. Probably cut all that out. Alright, Paul discovered another survivor, Erica Collins, at the store. Paul, although she had a broken arm, she was carrying some food. She joined the group. Paul is cautious about his new partner. I would be too. Alrighty, so I'm not sure why that sounded really sinister. It wasn't really meant to be. Broken left arm. I'm not sure what the bandage I have is going to do for a broken left arm. I think we probably need a splint. I was say so myself, but yeah. So how about we try to modify some items? Well, Paul is cleaning up corpses, right? Right. Let's see. But you know what? She could probably do the same thing relatively well because she is a, obviously a middle-aged cleaner. So how about you clean up the corpses, my friend Erica? And I'll see about modifying something for... Well, I was hoping for something to kind of heal you, but that's not going to work out, apparently. So, unfortunately, I can't modify anything for you. So that's okay. I'm going to continue searching around the house, then, with, Polly over here, so we'll search for anything useful. Remember, there's supposed to be a weapons cache here, too, so we'll keep that in mind. So she'll clean up, I'll search, all good, everybody's happy. Well, not particularly, but I guess we'll see what happens here. It is midnight. Oh, sweet. So Polly the snack. Paul found 2 bandages, a baseball bat, a chess set, 13 cooking ingredients, a deck of playing cards, a fire axe, and 16 snacks in the aisles. Paul found us 2 snacks in the aisles. Again, we could be condensing this stuff, man. Erica removed all corpses from the first storeroom. All corpses have now been removed. Paul knows that there are no working showers at the store. Half of the rooms in the store have now been searched. Erica is feeling slightly fit after doing some exercise. You know, apparently even with a fucking broken arm, she's over here just lifting weights, so... You know, she probably is a badass after all. So, Paul's gonna continue searching. She's not too bad of a searcher herself, but instead, I'm gonna have her focus on barricading. Well, we don't want to barricade anything in here in reality. How about you just watch around for zombies? Or prepare a meal, maybe? No. Actually... If we could kind of break down some of these cooking ingredients that we could take back to, because I don't want to hang out here. I mean, I could, but I'd rather go to, like, one of the houses that we had left behind. So, I'm gonna have her just, watch for zombies. Oh, you could signal survivors with a flashlight. Actually do that. That's actually pretty good. So, you signal for, survivors so we could get an idea where's people at. We could probably go try to find them. Alrighty. So, let's actually proceed time, see what happens here. Oh, baby. Alright, so we can find a shotty. That's for sure. A shotty. We found 62 9mm rounds, a crossbow, a shotgun, and a submachine gun in the second storeroom. Paul found 60 9mm rounds of fire axe. What is this guy, the store owner? What was he fucking trying to build, like, the second Civil War or something? And a handgun in the first storeroom. Almost all rooms of the store have now been searched. And she didn't signal anybody down, apparently. At least that I'm aware of. Alrighty. And I'm thinking we basically do that again. No reason not to. Paul found a backpack in the first storeroom. All rooms in the storeroom have now been searched. Paul couldn't find a shower, so he splashed water on himself. At least he's clean. Mr. Clean. Alright, so everybody's been searched. She did not signal anybody down. We got a backpack, which is the first time I've ever gotten that. I'm not sure what that does. Does that make me carry more stuff? If that's the case, then fuck yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. So what we're gonna do here, guys, is actually call it an episode. I'm gonna pick up from here next time around. And I'm thinking we probably either head to the hotel where we could get rest wherever we want to, or we go back and try to acquire some of the items that we left behind. I mean, we have another crossbow here, and a few items here. I don't know, we'll see about that though. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we're doing the Survivor run, and we'll see how that kind of goes for us. I will catch you next time.